Great googly woogly children, how do you do? I'm about to spin some 45s for you. All you young boys and girls out there, get ready to dance in some rarefied air. But when you finish with your twist and your boogaloo, dance on over to 1536 Avenue. The 16th Street Baptist Church will be coming alive. Dr. King will be spinning some freedom jive. Great googly woogly children, twist and shout. This is the true voice of Birmingham, over and out. I was able to hear their personal stories, hear about what life was like for them as children living in the South, and particularly in Birmingham, Alabama. And what it took for them to get to a place where even as a child, they understood the context of what it was they were doing and had the courage, the desire, the commitment to step forward, knowing that they were going to go to jail and knowing what was going to be the outcome of that at the end, what they hoped to be the outcome of that.
When we started to collaborate, or when she started to share with me where she was going, and I was sort of giving my 2 cents in terms of what that would mean, in terms of what happens with the music, I guess I realized that I wanted her to really just create this on her own, to make it her own really true vision, and then I would come to the project with what she created.
The church was full. Their leaders spoke. The people said, "Amen." Then to the podium stepped Dr. Martin Luther King.
Stepped Dr. Martin Luther King.
I call upon your courage. We need people of faith to challenge segregation laws in this southern state.
To challenge segregation laws in this southern state.
Here in Birmingham, the struggle will be even greater, but we'll achieve victory with your help sooner than later.
Victory sooner than later to bring about permanent change. We've got to raise the heat to bring about permanent change. We've got to raise the heat. If you're willing to go to jail for primers, please stand on your feet. The crowd murmured and looked about. King tried to read their faces. Seconds ticked by, King's shoulders fell. People kept their places. His mouth was dry, words did not come. Sorrow filled his cup. He searched his thoughts for words to say, and then a child stood up. And then another.
And another. And the balcony and main floor, the numbers swelled to 10, then 20, then 30 more. The tension was replaced with shouts, then came thunderous applause. The children of Birmingham stood up to shoulder the community's cause.
The tension was replaced with shouts, they came thunderous applause.
Sometimes if you email and say, "What was your melodic idea for this?" what I would send back, well, here's the emotional intent of it. It wasn't this particular musical style, that particular musical style.
Sure.
It's here's the emotional intent behind this. Here's the place where people were at this point in this. Here's the place this comes from. Here's the place this question comes from, from the pure innocence of a child. There were a number of things that struck me from the testimonies of the people who were involved. But one was a woman who said that as a child, she would turn to her mother and say, and ask, why do they hate us? Why do they hate us so? And she didn't really indicate whether her mother had an answer. How do you answer that question? But that was one thing that really stuck in my craw. That's why I chose to write this song, and it's called Mama Tell Me Why. Can you explain to me why they hate us so? Mama, can you tell me why there are places I can't go? I pray to God to help me understand why they hate us so. Tell me why they treat us mean. Why do they act so violently? Why would a full-grown man fear a little child like me? I pray to God to help me understand why they hate us.
For me to sort of dig deep and create, a musical setting that will tell that story and will portray those emotions of, fighting that injustice and being strong and overcoming that struggle and having that spirit. And it's an amazing opportunity, and I'm so excited, actually.
It's been a project that is just so important, and a story that really so needs to be told or retold, that it's difficult to walk away from it. And certainly I accepted this one, and then I go home and I look in the mirror and say, have you lost your mind? How are you going to write this? This is something that is truly significant and bigger than I am. But then the flip side of that is that it's an opportunity. And with this particular kind of story, it's an opportunity to tell the story my way.